Hello class, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss our next topic, that is fifth generation language. So children, nowadays we are talking about fifth generation language. So basically fifth generation language is based on a term, well-known term, artificial intelligence, AI. So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a technique in which a computer can think and solve a problem by its own without any human interference. Computer can solve. We give him a logic. It uses its own logic and solve a problem. Earlier in the previous languages, we give instructions. We give instructions line by line, and then it solves the problem. They take algorithms and they compile it and they give the output. But now we are giving him the logic, we are giving him his brain so that they can think its own and solve the problem without human interference. So artificial intelligence, for example, if you have seen nowadays, you have much aware about the term robots. You have so robots, they think their own, they solve the problem. Nowadays there are lots of work are done by robots. For example, if you go into the hospital, there are no need of doctors. All the operations are doing by laser robots. They are doing the operation in a well manner. If you go in any automobile company, and you will see there are less workers, and all the work is now they are taking from the robots. They are doing. So what are robots? Robots are a machine or a computer that can think their own, they can solve the problem, they can complete the task, whatever task is given to them, they performing are very well. So this is a term that artificial intelligence, and still we are working on this in this language. So some languages that we are using in fifth generation languages are Mercury, OPS5 and Prolog. That is programming logic. It is a technique in which computer think and solve by its own without human interference. That is called AI. AI means artificial intelligence. Some advantages in artificial intelligence. If we are using it is very easier for the user to communicate with the computer very faster. And but there is one disadvantage. It is these languages are very complicated. So this is all about artificial intelligence. And our next topic are interpreters. Interpreters, assemblers and compilers. So we have already discussed about interpreters, assemblers and compilers. What they do first we discuss assembler. It converts assembly language into machine code. Assembler, it is a kind of our topic. Actually the topic is translator, so this is under the topic of translator. I am writing here, students. The next topic is translator, and we have three translators: assembler, compiler and interpreter. because translator is like when you are resting at your home and some guest came to your home and speaking your native language, speaking your own language, like from some other country, like from China or somewhere. So there is obviously they will speak Chinese, and if you don't know Chinese, it is quite cumbersome. It is quite difficult for you to communicate with them. Here comes the role of translators. Translators, like mediators, they will communicate, they will translate their language. If it is the Chinese, they will translate Chinese to your native language and your native language to his native language, so that you both can translate in a very easy manner and smooth conversation will be done. So these are translators. In the same way, in computer language, we are using translator so that, as you all know, computer only understand machine language, binary codes, so we need translators. If we are using, like if we are doing assembly language, if we are working in assembly language, so what they do? Assembly language, I am making a little chart. Assembly language, if you are working on assembly language, the translator we need is assembler. Assembler will translate the assembly language to machine code. And vice versa. And vice versa. Assembly language, you are writing the instructions in assembly language that computer don't understand. So here comes the role of assembler. Assembler convert the whole code into machine code that is machine readable, that computer understand, and it will give the result. Vice versa in the assembly language. That is, the conversation is done, the program is done. So this is assembler. Now the second is quite next is compiler. Okay, what compiler do? Compiler, we use compilers in high level languages like C, C++, Java, Python. Here we write the long codes, and compiler converts the whole code. Compiler converts the whole lot of code in one code. It will check for the errors, if any syntax errors, any duplications, and after checking the error, when you will run the program, it will give you a compiled program. It will give you a program known as compiled program. So in compiler, what we do? We use high level languages. High level languages, compiler will compile it and give us machine code. Again, because computer only understand machine language. Machine codes, and vice versa. It will if you are applying if you do any program, if you are giving instruction, the compiler will debug the code and it will give back the result in the high level language only. Vice versa means to back to the same initial position. High level languages, codes in high level languages, compiler converts it into the machine codes, and the result will get back in the high level languages. So if you want to add some number, two numbers if you want to add, you will write in your own language. Computer don't understand that, it will convert into the machine codes and give the result in your English or whatever language you are using. So this is compiler. Compiler, just one thing, remember one thing, compiler converts the whole code in one lot, not line by line. The next one which I am going to tell you, that is interpreter. This is same, but the only one difference I tell you. Interpreter. So interpreter, again if we are working in high level language, C++, Java, Python, whatever, we are writing the code in high level languages. Interpreter will interpret, convert the code line by line. It will take statement by statement. It will take one statement, it will debug it, it will correct the duplication, correct the errors, and instantly give the output. Then again the same process will continue. So interpreter, give the machine code, and vice versa. And you will get back the result in the high level languages only. So the main difference between compiler and interpreter, compiler converts the whole code in a one go. Compiler convert the whole lot of programming in one go, debug it, give the errors, remove the errors and give the compiled program. The interpreter will do it in line by line, statement by statement. This is the only difference here that you will find in compiler and interpreter. So this is all about your translators, and I've already discussed artificial intelligence. This is very interesting language. Today we are using it. We are watching the examples in, like we are using seeing robots, e-payments, the method of e-payments, children, that is also kind depend on fifth generation languages. Robots, we are using medical line, and we are using robots in automobiles. So these are fifth generation languages. So this is all about your first chapter, computer languages. And thank you. We will meet in the next video with the next chapter. Thank you, class.